Welcome to Black and Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Prodigy. Alongside me, we got Old Ninja, Blue, and Kronos. And this is a special S-Class interview. We have the amazing Donte Grey from Iron Fist. What up, fam?
What's up? What's up? How you doing?
Man, we are lovely. We appreciate your time. Thank you for coming on with us.
Sure. Thanks. Good to be here.
This is perfect timing, too, because you're an actor in the new show Iron Fist.
Yeah, which released today.
Did release today, March 17th.
All right.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. I don't know if you're drinking and celebrating afterwards. But, you know.
I hear the parade's outside.
Nice.
Yeah, I heard New York's St. Patrick's Day is pretty off the chain. So
Is that where you are right now?
No, I actually live in Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I live like right next to Yale, so I hear all like the yells, the yellies,
the yelling yellies.
Yeah.
partying. Yeah, yelling.
Yeah. He lives in the Get Out territory. Have you seen that film yet? Have you seen Get Out?
I have seen Get Out.
Okay, yeah.
I've seen it twice.
Oh!
All right.
I heard like when you see it the second time, like you catch more stuff that you missed the first time. So like,
Yeah.
twice.
I've heard about that as well. There's a lot of subtle things in that movie.
Right.
But anyway.
I still got to watch that movie.
Yeah, you're going to love it, man.
Yeah.
You're going to love
Well,
it.
I got a baby to take care of. Man. I know Old Ninja got also to take care of.
Yeah, I do.
What's up?
I say you haven't seen it yet?
No, I haven't. I'm going to, though. It's on the list.
Okay, cool.
Start us off, Kronos.
Yeah, so actually, I just want to start off with kind of like the, not really elephant in the room, but we all know that Iron Fist got a lot of negative reviews from critics for some odd reason, and a lot of it seemed to be tied to cultural appropriation, which I thought was kind of weird that they were complaining that a white guy was doing kung fu as if somebody white couldn't do kung fu or something like that.
Right.
And I know in the show that you're a student of Colleen Wing, correct?
Yes.
So what are your thoughts on the folks that are complaining about the cultural appropriation, and do you think, or do you feel that the show is doing that?
I mean, I think them casting Finn Jones was perfectly fine. He's done his work. He did all his research. He took time to prepare for this role, and as you can see, it's out today. He's done a great job, and he's really dedicated to this role. So, I mean, white guys can do karate. I mean, because I've done Tang Soo Do. I've done it for like 6 years, and
cool.
Obviously I'm African American, and I'm almost a black belt. So, you just never know. You know what I mean? So I think the whole controversy around casting him as Iron Fist is a little blown out of proportion, but he's definitely a great role. I mean, it was a great role for him to get casted in.
Yeah, I think we all generally agree that. I mean, especially because the character, and he was a white guy, so
right. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I think if people wanted to have like an Asian martial artist, I mean, first of all, most Asian folks get typecast as the martial artist guy, so I think it's
right. So it's like if they would have cast him as Asian, would there being kind of like a backlash of him being cast as Asian?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It could go either way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody's ever happy.
You can't please everybody.
Yeah.
Let me ask this, though. So I got up to episode 3 so far. This is, again, hot off the press. This is the first day it's really been out.
Right.
Caleb is your character that you're portraying on the show. Can you tell us, for those who haven't gotten as far as the first 3 episodes yet even, what Caleb is all about on the show, on Iron Fist?
Yeah, so Caleb is one of the students in Colleen Wing's karate class, and she's kind of just training these students just to help the community out. She really doesn't charge. As you can see, I don't want to ruin for everybody who didn't see it. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but she's having kind of some money problems, so she's just doing these things for the community and for the kids to just kind of like be able to defend themselves in the Marvel world.
Because all this takes place after the event, and they mention that on the show, so it's interesting to see how people can defend themselves against monsters from space.
Yep.
Right.
Monsters and magic.
They do they throw in like little Easter eggs like that.
Yeah.
Which is cool. But my character's name is Caleb, and I'm just one of the students in her class, and I get beat up a few times, but keep it going.
Now, how does that work when you're filming like the fighting scenes? Like, is that actually you in there kind of getting thrown around, or do you enjoy that part of this process?
I had to do it like 30 times. She kicks me like in the chest in one scene, and I actually came home with like bruises like all over me. But I do have a stunt double, but he only does it like when the fall happens, like because they don't want us really falling. But they didn't even show me falling, so I'm like, I didn't even need the stunt double. Didn't even need to be there. I just
They cut it out.
Yeah, but it's cool. It's like they're very rehearsed. We had all stunt training like weeks before we started filming, and they want to make sure everything is just like safe and tight and like definitely like up to par.
Yeah, so you're saying that you've had some martial arts training, but the other actors that are also students in the dojo or whatnot, did they also have martial arts training too? Do you know?
I'm not really sure, but I know when I got cast as Caleb, they wanted to make sure the role had the person playing the role had martial arts experience. So that was one of the requirements. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure like at least, if not all, at least half of the people do have actual real martial arts experience.
Nice. I wonder if Caleb would ever take on the role of Iron Fist, since he might have martial art background.
Right. Hey. Existence, right?
Yeah.
Hey, so I'm seeing some initial very positive tweets. I looked literally this morning from folks, not the critics per se, but the ones who are actual fans of Marvel Netflix series online right now. Overwhelmingly, I'm seeing way more positive than negative. Do you follow any of these, feedback and tweets, and what do you think about folks putting their opinions out there about shows that you're in?
Yeah, I've been following a little bit of tweets because I follow like all these like film Twitter accounts and IMDb and all that stuff. I'm a huge I love looking up all that stuff. I can spend hours up there. But any critique or any review is personal opinions. But I like the critiques, you know what I mean? We worked so hard during filming because we filmed this. When did we film this? We filmed this last May. We filmed it in May last year.
A while ago. And
I'm watching it. I'm like, I can't even remember some of the stuff that I did. It happened over a year ago. So I'm kind of watching it as a new person too. So I mean, it looks good to me, and I've been seeing a lot of positive reviews too. So I'm glad people are liking it. Good. It's different. I think it's different from Jessica Jones and Luke Cage and Daredevil. Because all of them have their certain style. So this is Iron Fist's style.
Yeah,
I think that's nice because basically it's going to lead up to the Defenders, and it's good to see them all get their story.
Yeah, because they already started filming that already. So
a little insight.
Well, it's on IMDb.
Yeah. So you mentioned the other Marvel cinematic shows that are on Netflix. Are you a fan of those shows? Have you had a chance to watch them all? And how do you think Iron Fist ties into that universe?
I watched all of them. I watched all of them except for I think I'm 3 episodes short of finishing from Daredevil season 2. But I watched all of Jessica Jones. I watched all of Luke Cage. I'm not, I didn't finish Iron Fist yet, but I think Iron Fist fits perfectly in there. I mean, the way they're setting it up to go towards the Defenders is just perfectly, you know what I mean? So I think it's gonna be some good stuff in there.
Nice.
Yeah, we can't wait.
Some good stuff.
I like how they're taking cues from the MCU, the movie MCU. How they've basically they made the movies of individual characters first, and then had them all come together, like the Avengers.
Right. Literally, it's like the Avengers of Netflix.
Yeah. It's funny because some of the characters were in the Avengers, at some point in time.
Yeah.
I got a question though. Okay, so I know that it seems like internet rumor time. It seems like every black actor we know is going to be in Black Panther. Are you willing to confirm right now that you will also be in Black Panther?
I wish. Nah, I'm not. I wish, though. That's like a dream. What? I was in Black Panther. It's like everybody's in that movie. Michael B. Jordan, everybody. I'm like, Angela Bassett. I'm like, ever since, Michael B. Jordan got attached to it, it's just like actors are popping into it left and right, and I'm like, wow, kind of wish I slid in there.
Once part 2 gets announced or whatever, there's a possibility you can just slide on in. T'Challa's right hand.
Yeah, listen, it's still not too late. I think they're still filming too.
Yeah, you know what you should do? Just show up on set and be like, "Yeah, I got a call sheet and says
I'm in the Marvel universe." Just
Yeah,
I'm black guy number 42.
Yeah,
right. Just give me something.
Yeah.
So you're
background.
So you're actually on another Netflix series before. You've been on Orange Is the New Black. So can you tell us what the experience of working with that crew and how different it is working on Iron Fist?
Oh, yeah.
Well, basically, which one was more fun? We'll put it that way.
Which one was more fun? Well, I was only on the set for Orange Is the New Black for literally like 4 hours. Like, they got my scene knocked out and like that. I had to show up on set at like 6. I was gone by like 10.
Damn.
Wow.
Literally gone by like 10. We including rehearsals, everything. Like, they were really like on it. But I think Iron Fist was more fun for me to shoot. Not just because it's Marvel and I was fighting and stuff, but
you're being badass.
But I spent more time with the cast and the crew, so I filmed probably like 2 weeks whole, and so I got to spend a lot of time with them, getting to know everybody. I met Finn Jones like 3 times. Came past my dressing room like twice. Like, what's up? He's so nice. Like, he's just like, what's up? So down there, so chill. So, Marvel was fun, really fun to shoot.
Were you a comic fan before you shot Iron Fist?
Yeah, of course.
So, what are your favorite? What are you reading right now? What are some of your favorite comics and comic book characters?
Right now, are we talking about anime or are we talking about
talking about both. We watch anime too.
Yes. You had us at anime.
I know it's pretty cliche, but I like Naruto.
Mm-hmm. I watch Naruto too. No shame in that.
Okay, yeah. I like Shaman King.
Awesome.
My favorite anime movie is probably going to be Spirited Away.
Classic. Yeah. Miyazaki,
I had to buy the DVD, just so I could keep it forever.
Wow.
Nice.
I still haven't seen that.
The last comics I finished was the Miles Morales comics.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Of them. So I'm a little behind, but that's the last comics I finished.
We're all big fans of Miles. I know that they're going to do an animated movie for him coming up at the end of this year, or maybe next year.
I heard about that. Yep.
So cannot wait.
Yeah, I didn't know much about Miles Morales until after Secret Wars, and I was like, he's like the kid with the sandwich or the hamburger or whatever. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna start reading this comic, and now I know I have his big ass trade somewhere around here. I got to read, but that's a daunting task.
Yep.
So
it's good. It's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah. So out of the comics, who's your favorite character overall? Do you have
overall?
Yeah.
Are we talking about in the Marvel universe or
overall. Marvel, DC, Image?
Overall, Batman.
Of course.
Oh, we could talk about that.
We'll say that for the blue cast.
Yeah,
we talk about Batman all day.
Well, actually,
I love Batman. I love him everything. I got Batman everything in my room.
Have you read the new Super Sons?
I haven't, not yet.
Oh, it's pretty good. It's Damian Wayne and Jonathan Kent. So yeah, it's pretty cool so far. Only 2 out. So
nice.
All Rebirth Batman titles, I'm a big fan of. So yeah.
You know what I was actually watching earlier today?
What?
I was actually watching Batman Returns.
There you go.
Nice.
There you go.
Which was, how do you guys feel about that? Did you
Michael
like
Keaton?
Batman Returns?
Yeah.
Because some people say it's the best Batman ever.
It's really good. Well, that's the one with the Joker, right?
No. This is Penguin and Catwoman.
Yeah. Directed by Tim Burton.
Yeah.
So
It's not bad.
I mean, the thing that stood out about Batman Returns was definitely Catwoman. She stole the show.
Yeah.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, that, for a lot of people, that is the immortal Catwoman forever.
Yeah, she's what holds it together. Honestly, I love it.
Well, I think people forget about the first Batman and the second Batman because 3 and 4 was so awful. So they kind of forget, and they're just like, oh, Christian Bale is like the best. Oh, well, Ben Affleck is the best. I think Michael Keaton was a really good Batman, to be honest.
Yeah, there were some good moments. Like I'm rewatching, I'm like, wow, these are some good scenes and some good moments. Like where he's really like Batman. I'm like, wow, Michael Keaton is just like perfect for Batman.
Well, like even just the opening 5 minutes of Batman Returns, the whole scene where we have Pee Wee Herman playing Penguin's father and the mom, where they're about to like toss the baby
put him like in the river or something.
Yeah.
Right?
But like that's the whole scene before that, when they're giving birth and stuff like that. Like that was so like cinematic and like crazy. It was a really good opening for a movie, in my opinion.
Right? Yeah, I agree.
Now, Donte, I'm gonna mess you up right now.
Oh, all right.
There is a Black Robin-like character in Rebirth right now with Batman.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say this. You need to try out for that role. If they do it for the DC Extended U, come on now. You know what I mean? After you do Black Panther and kill that,
I mean, listen, if they put all these characters to the screen, then hopefully, I could try. This wasn't the first Marvel show, I've auditioned for. But,
what was the first one?
It's the first one they put me on.
Well, what's the first one you auditioned for?
I originally auditioned for Luke Cage.
Oh, you're gonna be Luke Cage?
He like him in like the flashback scene, like the young version of him.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got a call back and everything, and then I just didn't get the part. But then, I got the call, and they were like, oh, we'll put you in Iron Fist. I still had to audition, but yeah.
That's cool.
That's really cool.
It's really interesting when actors, they audition for one role and end up getting like a different role. I think, I can't remember who it was, but somebody went for the role of, you know what? I can't think of who it is, so skip it. But no, there's a lot of stories where actors.
It does happen a lot. Especially like when you mess with the same casting directors, because the same casting director casts, for all 4 Marvel shows.
Okay.
Wow.
They use the same one, so it's like it's familiar faces.
Okay.
What actor have you always dreamed to work with, sir?
Oh God, can I just choose? Can I choose 3?
Yeah. Top 3.
All right, cool. Let's see. Ava Green. Do you guys know who that is?
Oh, yeah. She's a British actor.
Yeah. She was in Penny Dreadful. Yeah.
Yep.
But she's also in the sequel to 300.
300, yeah.
Yeah. She's in one of the Bond movies.
Yep. And then she's going to be in the live-action Dumbo coming out.
Oh.
I didn't know that was being made.
She's magical.
Is that fanboy?
Will Smith.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Which I was this close. You guys ever heard of the movie called Collateral Beauty?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this close to like booking that. This close.
Oh
wow.
What happened was I originally auditioned for it, and I had to send in a tape because I live in Connecticut, so I had to send them a tape over to LA to the director. And then I got a call back in New York, so I had to actually go into the meeting. I went to like 4 auditions, like total. And I actually had my last audition was actually with the director. And it wasn't even really like an audition. It was like a meeting. And then he ended up dropping out of the project due to creative differences.
Oh, that sucks.
They got a new director, and they never like redid the auditions, you know what I mean?
Wow.
So,
oh man, that sucks.
I just got lost in the sauce. It's all good, but yeah, Will Smith, and then I think my last one probably, I don't know who to pick from. Tilda Swinton.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. I love Tilda. You guys seen? I'm a huge indie film guy. I love watching indie films.
Yeah, have you seen her movie? We Need to Talk About Kevin.
Talk about Kevin. Yep.
That movie messed me up because
it was one of my favorites.
I wasn't ready for that.
I wasn't either. I've heard about it, and I'm like, I don't know what this movie's about. And then like after it unwraps itself, I'm like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah, it was weird because the way they marketed the movie, and when you watch it, it becomes something totally different.
Totally different. Yeah. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I had that very same reaction when I watched it. I was like, holy snap.
Yeah.
Right on.
Cool.
Right on.
I liked it. I like movies like that.
So kind of jumping back to Netflix whole system of, they release an entire series on one day. How do you feel about people like binge watching a whole show and, kind of not waiting to watch it like how you would on a normal TV series where you watch it one episode a week? How do you feel about people just binge watching the whole entire show and then talking about it later?
I mean, it has its pros and cons. I mean, for me, like, I know if I want to watch a show, the reason why I go to Netflix is because it has no commercials. It has, I could just jump to where I want. I could just finish it in one day. But, people, the shows that they have on the television where you got to wait week after week after week. I mean, I think that's a good tactic too, because, you get people drawn in every week, and it spreads over a course of time. So you're not just over and done with it in like one day. You know what I mean? Yeah. But for shows like this, I think it's necessary to just throw it all out there in one day, let the people watch it, have their opinions, give their reviews, and because it's still like going to be relevant after the first day. You know what I mean? Like, look at Luke Cage; it like literally broke the internet.
Sure did.
Sure did.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's.
And I know I tried to binge watch that in like a day. I couldn't, but I definitely finished it in like 2 days, and it was worth it.
Damn.
Yeah, that's kind of the good thing with being able to binge watch a show, because you don't have to wait for like the next episode. You can watch it all in one take and not have to I wonder what's going to happen next week. But you can just watch it right.
And then sometimes you can't make the next week's episode, so you got to try to record it, and then you got to try to find it on your like DVRs. So it's like everything's up here. Go to episode. You could even rewatch an episode if you want, or rewatch the whole season. So it's I think it's pretty beneficial.
Yeah, one of the bad side is that you have to wait like almost a whole year before the next season comes out. So that's the bad part.
Right. That's definitely that's something I forgot about. You're right.
So have you been to any cons yet? And if not, or I guess, do you have any cons that you're gonna do this year?
I want to. I've never been to any cons, but I watch YouTube videos and I watch panels a lot. So hopefully I could get into one this year, or anyone's coming up. I always just wanted to go.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of insight in those things.
Yeah, usually the Marvel Netflix goes pretty hard at the cons too, especially like
they
San
do.
Diego.
They release a lot of stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. Plus announcements,
peaks trailers and stuff like that.
And I think it's cool for celebrities because if you want to walk the floor, you can just cosplay and nobody knows who you are. That's what Adam Savage does it every year.
Yeah.
A lot of stars. Jamie Lee Curtis did it last year. She dressed as a World of Warcraft character as an orc. Nobody knew who she was. She's on the floor.
That's funny.
God damn.
Awesome. I know one of the Mythbusters did an experiment to see what's the best way to walk the floor without a costume on, and he just pretty much just walked straight on. Like, he didn't stop for pictures and stuff like that. He just kept on walking, and people would walk next to him and take a picture, and he was able to get all the way across the floor within a certain amount of time. Instead of if he stops, then that's when he's gonna get swarmed.
He's gonna get mobbed,
yeah.
Wow.
Hey, so Donte, what is your next project, or you got anything in the works that you want to talk about?
Or that you can talk about.
That you can talk about coming up soon, besides being in Black Panther 2.
Oh, yeah. See, Black Panther 2, if I'm in that, listen, I didn't know who to come back to. I'm going to talk about it. You'll get the first exclusive.
Hey!
We'll start the hashtag going.
This is my first interview.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations.
You're doing great.
You're big time now.
Yeah, I just finished shooting a short film here in New York. It's called When the Well Runs Dry. It's produced by Reggie Lochard and directed by director Chris Green. And it's about these two brothers' relationships, and their mom just passed away. So I play Marcus Winston, who plays the younger brother, and he's kind of just acting out. You know, his mom passed away. He really doesn't know how to act. His brother, who's taking care of him now, hasn't really been around. So it's just like the journey that the two brothers go on, trying to like rekindle their relationship, and it's a lot. It's a lot of good stuff in that movie. So
is it based off of the book?
No, it's not based off the book.
Okay, because I know it sounds familiar.
It's actually inspired by the producer's life, Reggie.
All right.
Awesome.
Good
But
stuff.
yeah, so it should be coming out. We just finished like 2 weeks ago. We just had the rap party last week, so maybe later this year or early next year. So
Looking forward to that, man.
So,
yeah, he's trying to put it in a couple film festivals, and it's gonna be good.
awesome. We probably should have asked you this at the beginning of the episode, but what got you into acting, and how do you like it so far?
Well, I never really thought about acting until I got a phone call one day from my mom, and she's just like, "Hey, you want to go to this audition in New York?" Because, you know, I live in Connecticut. So she was like, "You don't want to go to this audition to New York. It's for The Lion King on Broadway. You know, you can just try it out. It's open casting call. Might as well." I'm like, you know, as a young kid, I was like, what, 12? I'm like, yeah, I want to go to New York. Let's do this. It was raining. I had to stand in front of the line, and, you know, in line for like around the block for like 2 hours for that audition. And I can't even sing, so I don't even know why I went out. I can't sing to save my life.
I can't sing either.
But it was a good experience. After that moment, I was just like, I like this, you know. So try to look in to get myself a manager, got myself an agent, and I just been rolling ever since. And I like it. I graduate with a film degree in May. So
Nice.
yeah, it's been the longest 4 years of my life. But, it's coming to an end in May, thank God. So yeah, I'll have my film degree, and I'm really focusing on like screenwriting and stuff too. So that and acting, I think, goes hand in hand, because like I feel like if you know how to write a screenplay, and you know how, you know, to write characters, you can better understand characters when you're playing them. Because not only are, you know, you're just taking what you have off a script to read, you know, as a screenwriter, you're creating the dialogue and stuff like that too. So I think it's helped me with my acting.
Do you think you ever work behind the camera as like a director?
Yeah.
You lit up there, man.
Acting is a little, you know, it's a little different from everything else in the, you know, in the film industry. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of like crucial like things. But I did have to direct a few student things that I'd done at my school, so I wouldn't throw it out the park. You know what I mean?
Do you have anything like on YouTube that we can check out of like some of your little directing skills?
I don't have it on YouTube, but I can put it on YouTube.
All right. If you do that, let us know. Check it out.
Because I'm going to I have to create a portfolio anyway, so might as well just release all my work.
Yeah, do that, and we'll definitely promote it.
Hell yeah.
For sure.
So it sounds like after graduation, you're moving out to LA and then being on Black.
You know, wow. That's definitely the plan.
All right, where can we find you online? You got any Twitter handle you want to hand out, or
website,
Instagram?
Something.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at Donte Grey, DonteGrey, no spaces. And Instagram is the same thing, Donte Grey.
Awesome shit. We appreciate
Or
having
if you want to check me out on IMDb, if you want to keep up with me and stuff that I'm doing, you could just IMDb me, Donte Grey too. So
Awesome. Man, thank you so much for being on here. We're going to keep watching Iron Fist, see what Caleb's journey on there, along with obviously Finn Jones, and we appreciate you having you on there.
I'm going to keep an eye out for you on
nice
Black
talking
Panther.
to you guys.
Yeah, it's nice talking to you too.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, fam. Thank you.
No problem.
All right, you have a good one, man.
Later, Dante.
Thanks. See ya.
Of the atom only a few decades ago, and through his God-given genius of science, man at last has succeeded in penetrating further and further into the unknown vastness of space. Yet many questions remain unanswered.